In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can increase your clubhead speed this winter and hit longer drives in 2020. So thanks for checking out another video. This is James Wiltshire, or Wiltsh, whatever you want to call me. So what I'm going to do with this one is just play out this footage of me hitting balls last night. So I go up through the bag with I think 7-iron, 4-iron, and then into some drivers. I'm changing the angles around so it's not just repetitive. So if you're interested in how to hit the golf ball further, this video is definitely going to be useful. If you're not and you just want to see someone hit golf balls with ball flights, then just watch on as well. So for the guys out there that are focused on hitting the golf ball further in 2020, this is the time that you can actually put some time in to work on yourself and increase your clubhead speed and do the things you need to do to increase your clubhead speed and your power, ready for next year. Now the nights are drawing in, it's hard to get on the golf course, it's raining, it's going to start snowing soon. We're getting like record rain in the UK here at the moment, so this is definitely the time. So all in all, it's pretty miserable, but what you can do is spend time on the driving range working on technique, and obviously you can spend time getting in the gym, getting stronger, more muscular, ready for next season. We're going to go through 3 tips. Some of it's going to be changes you can do to your body, some of it's swing technique, and other things what you can do at the end of driving range sessions that is also going to help increase your clubhead speed. So we're just going to start off with, I feel like the most important aspect of athletic performance and a definitely a determiner of athletic ability, which is strength. Now, golf has definitely moved towards strength training over the last few years, over the last 10, 20 years since Tiger turned up, basically. But if you look at other sports, other Olympic sports such as like javelin throw and shot put, they all train very hard in the off season and focus on strength training, increasing muscle mass, and then as it gets to the actual main season itself, they start to work more on technique and basically transferring that strength and that mass they've built into power. So getting stronger this winter is no doubt going to aid your golf for next year. So I'm sure a few of you are aware, I'm actually a personal trainer in Exeter. I train clients face to face. And I also have some online clients which I've been training and programming, which has been going really well recently. As well as actually training clients, I've got ready for long drive before. I've competed in long drive. I've spoke to a lot of the long drive competitors, and I feel like I'm in a good place to give you some advice, fairly knowledgeable in this regard, through strength training, power production, etc., all to get you swinging the golf club faster, which leads to longer drives. So the online clients that I'm training at the moment, what I do is I program them week by week. We focus around the core lifts, so you don't need loads of gym equipment. Focus on the compound lifts with some accessory work in there as well. So I program them whether they're on a hypertrophy block or a strength training block. I tell them what weights to lift, what exercises to do through the week, and then I adjust at the end of that week, ready for a new training block as such, or not really a training block, but readjust the weights that they need to lift the following week, adjusting their volume as such. Now, if you are interested in this, I'm actually doing it at a very reasonable price, I think at £15 per week. Hit me up on wiltshfitness@gmail.com. All you got to do is just send an email to me with the email body, online personal training, and then I'll send you questionnaires. We can have a quick chat and assess what you're looking for, and then I can put together a program for you, and we can just run that through the winter so you know what you're doing in the gym. You don't really need a gym. A lot of people have home equipment. As long as you've got like a squat rack, a bench, decent amount of weights, dumbbells are obviously very helpful as well, then we can do that. So yeah, just send me an email, because strength training, getting stronger, is definitely a very important aspect of you hitting the golf ball further. So yeah, if you're not interested in that, then there's lots of powerlifting programs out there that you can follow, that are going to help you get stronger for next year. But if you do need help, let me know. All right, number 2. So getting strong, obviously a very important aspect. Number 2, we're going to move on to slightly swing mechanics. So getting your hands in a high position at the top of the backswing. Now this is going to help you hit the golf ball further, and it's not going to help you be accurate. All right. So if you look at some of the best ball strikers of all time, let's pick Ben Hogan for instance, one of the flattest golf swings, and I feel like the reason that that's so consistent is because it keeps everything working almost in one piece. So he's swinging, he almost like swung his left arm across his body so it's in line with his shoulder at the top of the backswing. And being flat just keeps you, I just feel like it keeps you really in sync, but it's not really a power move. You look at the biggest hitters in the world on the PGA Tour, let's look at Koepka, Bubba Watson, JB Holmes, those type of guys, they all get their hands in a very high position on top of the backswing. And if you look at every single long drive guy, just have a look after this video and start studying their swings. They're trying to get their hands as high as possible, and the reason for that is the swing arc is allowed to be longer the swing arc, more time there is to be generated to generate power in the downswing. And also I feel like if you get your hands in a high position at top of the backswing, you've got this like pulling power with the lats to start the move just before you really plant into the ground hard, and that's just an extra power move in itself. And also that drop on the downswing, another power move as well. So getting your hands in a high position is definitely going to help you hit the golf ball further. And as I said, don't be thinking you're going to hit all the fairways. All right, so hands higher, number 2. Now number 3 is a little technique that I use, which is definitely not used enough, which is called overspeed training, which targets your central nervous system. And what you essentially are doing is swinging an object that is slightly lighter or a lot lighter than the club they would usually swing. Now this can be swing sticks, it can be turning your driver upside down and creating that whoosh, or it can be, if you're used to using like a heavy extra stiff driver, maybe swinging like a lady's driver. Now the way that I would schedule this into your practice regime or practice session as such is to go through your normal practice session, work on your swing, work on whatever you're working on, so then you'll be warmed up. Don't do this at the start because you need to be warmed up for this. Don't ever do this without being properly in the groove, otherwise injuries can occur. All right, so go through your practice session, and then at the end go through, I like to do sets of 6 reps, 4 sets of 6 reps with 2-minute rest in between. So what you're going to do is swing the object, whatever you've got, as hard as possible without a golf ball there. So you're swinging harder than you would normally ever swing, or that you would ever swing in practice and on the golf course. Swing as hard as you can, 6 reps, then rest for 2 minutes and repeat that 4 times. Honestly, overspeed training is very overlooked, although it's been used recently, but pretty much all the long drive guys will be doing overspeed training. I feel like that's the 2 cores of, well, there's actually 3. So decent mobility, decent strength output, and using overspeed training to wake up your central nervous system and get the muscles firing faster than they usually would be able to. So those 3 are really going to help. So overspeed training, add that at the end of your practice regime. So I hope this has helped, guys. There's just 3 things that are definitely going to help you hit the golf ball further. If you want more detail, as I said, and if you want to be helped, then just let me know and hit me up on that email. Content wise, through the winter, I mean, this is the time of year when it just gets hard to produce good golf content because the golf courses just get saturated, temporary greens start to come out, so you have to get quite creative. I really hope you've enjoyed the recent stuff that we've been doing. I'm trying to get it a bit outside the box and do some interesting things with the channel, as well as keep to the core of, you know, good course vlogs, fun stuff on the side, and I'm also going to focus on this winter, not series, but I'm going to try and give out some information on hitting the golf ball further. And next year, definitely going to be playing golf competitively, going to do a few events, and I'm going to possibly enter a few long drive events as well and try and do both. A lot of people say you can't do both, it's just contradictory swing mechanics and all that, but do you know what, why not give it a go? All right, so I feel like I want to play golf and I want to do long drive. I don't just want to keep it inclusive of one. and I really think it helps grow the channel as well. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you again soon for more videos.